How's it, guys? This is Davey FPL and welcome back to the Deadline with Davey live stream. This live stream is obviously going to revolve around the upcoming game week 3. Apologize for being a bit late. So I have gone live a bit earlier than I would have with the waiting time. But we do have about 53 minutes left of the deadline if my maths is correct, which hopefully it is. But 53 minutes to the deadline, so don't worry, we've got plenty of time to answer your questions. I've made no transfers on my team, so I have to make one tonight because I do have 2 free transfers. So don't worry, you guys will be seeing a live transfer, but I might wait until we get early Chelsea team news. Otherwise, please tell me if the audio and the video are looking Gucci. Tarang is ahead of myself even. He said that the audio and video superb. Thank you. That's even better than Gucci. I think superb is better than Gucci. Would you say so? So thanks to Rung for that. And once again, I apologize for being slightly late, but don't worry. I'll talk fast in this stream, so I'll make up the time. If you want to like this stream to give us a bit of help on the algorithm, as a smaller channel, I always do appreciate the support. But don't worry, if you guys aren't enjoying this stream, you don't have to. If you just want to post a heart in the chat, you can. I can see that you can do these weird emoji things. I haven't noticed that before. I like this badge, G-Bow with the black on black badge. Do you guys have this the same overseas? But in SA, if you have the black card, that usually means that you're the highest earner. So you have the black on black staff for now, G-Bow. Thank you for the continued support, brother. I do appreciate it. Adam and SH also saying the audio and video Gucci as normal. Thank you guys, I do appreciate it. And Dorichi13 has been a legend for 21 months. What an absolute banger to start off this stream on. 21 months. We're slowly approaching that 2-year anniversary. Richie, hopefully that you're getting me some nice presents. Or actually, I should be giving you a nice present for that. But sorry, I missed the first 2 game weeks. Glad to be back. Had a tough start this year. I did Rash and Bruno and Boomer and Matoma. Better late than never. Ha, exactly. 100%. Hopefully United stay quiet for you. And that is going to be looking good. Kieran, is that a superb mustache on the way back? Kieran, you'll be a little bit disappointed, but I'm going to be shaving my mustache next weekend. It's for a good reason, I promise. I'll update you guys over on Twitter on what's happening. But definitely come November, we're going to have the full stash out, and we're going to be looking quite well. Ty the Footy guy saying Davey with the exclamation marks. So hopefully nothing's happened. You're just excited to see me. And T-Man also with the houses. Hopefully you're doing well. How risky is the Man City triple attack of Haaland, Foden, and Alvarez? Sabi, I mean, if you're going to be betting on a triple up of one attack, it's got to be Man City's. Generally, the only thing you have to worry about is starts there, but with kind of the KDB injury, they are signing a few more options now, so I don't exactly know how that lineup's going to be in a few weeks' time. But I'd say for the next 2 to 3 game weeks, you should be fine with Foden and Alvarez. Most of the projected lineups have them both starting this week, and I think next week they got a great fixture as well, so you're probably just going to keep them for that. So I think in terms of that triple up, I would probably say that it's good to go for. I personally like the variation of going for Nicholas Jackson and then Foden over Alvarez and Foden, but I mean, if you want to go for the double, but just let me know if you guys can hear me again. It might take a little bit to get started. I'm just waiting for it to give me the okay that we are live. Okay, so T-Smeister saying we're back, but just let me know if you guys can hear me again. Because, yes, we can hear you. Okay, cool. Okay, 100%, I can see it there. Okay, let me just post out another tweet because I just see that we lost a few people. Okay, cool. So let me get the chat back up. Sorry about that one, guys. I've never had a crash on stream. So what happens? The stream ends up crashing. I do apologize, as I said, for that one. Let's get back onto the questions. So I still have all the questions up. So a few people were asking, once again, Derichi, thank you for becoming or renewing your legend member. Okay. everyone just saying back. Okay, cool. I thought you died. Hopefully not. That's probably the next step after your stream crashes. That can probably happen. Yeah, I was buffering, Mark. Sorry, the stream ended up, my PC ended up dying. I've been having some problems with my GPU, but we will hopefully be getting a new PC shortly. No need to. Thanks to Rung for the kind words. Okay, so let's start off with the questions here. Madison to Mbumo or roll the transfer. So Nandok, I would probably roll the transfer. It's a very tough situation with Madison because the manager came out today and said that he is back in training today, but they're going to assess how he kind of reacts tomorrow and then see if he can play the fixture. So I don't think he's exactly nailed on to start game week 3, but you would assume from game week 4 onwards he's going to be fine. And you've seen those Spurs fixtures. They're great at the end of the day. So I would probably roll the transfer unless you kind of don't have a good bench option. If you don't have a good bench option, then I probably would go for Mbuma because at the end of the day, you're getting a great option anyways. So that's what I'd probably say. As long as if you have bench coverage, then if you have like a Udogi on the bench that can come off for Madison, then I would just do that. But otherwise, I think that Mbuma move makes sense if you don't have any bench coverage. What are your transfers this week? Okay, so since we have crashed, let me give you an update on my transfers. So there's a few. If you guys have watched the team selection, which I hope you guys have, the transfers, a couple of options this week. The one that if I don't want to burn a transfer, I can do Johnston to Edison, but I don't exactly know if I like that move. The other move I could potentially do is taking someone from my bench, like a Baldock, up to an Udogi or a Dogi from Spurs, just to give myself some bench coverage. Or what I can do is I can do Watkins to Jackson, which I think is the more likely move. I know, guys, I missed the price rise last night. I'm going to kind of kiss that 0.1 goodbye, but at the end of the day, I wanted the information. And if we do get early Chelsea team news, then I'm going to 100% bring him in if he's starting. So that's my current move, and that's the most sensible one I can think of in my mind. And you might be looking at me and you might say, why are you selling Ollie Watkins after scoring a Hattie midweek? Look, he was playing an easy opposition. At the end of the day, I'll probably will do that move next week anyways. So I'm just bringing it 1 week forward. And as I've said in the team selection, he's a victim of his circumstance. Just because I have 2 free transfers, that's the move I'm going to make. Is it optimal? Maybe not. But I can't see myself doing any other kind of moves. And I would want more information anyway. So that's why I think Nicholas Jackson in for Watkins is my favorite move. If you guys want to do someone like an Alvarez in, that's 100% fine as well. I just prefer Nicholas Jackson from expected minutes, and I feel like he's more of a talisman, whereas Alvarez could be playing out wide, he could be playing in midfield for Man City. So that's my current thinking, but I will confirm to you guys as I do kind of think about that transfer, or as we get early team sheet news. Teesmeister has been a legend for 16 months, so we're nearly edging that year and a half. Thank you so much, brother. I do appreciate it. And he just says, keep up the good work. So I appreciate that. Very, very nice, kind words. Not even a question about your FPL team. So thank you, Teesmeister. Always a regular in these streams. Jibo and 2 lads ahead of me in subscriber time. Huh? It's just, yeah, we are the OGs. So Dorichi, you guys are definitely the OGs. Do we have anyone that's here from the first season that I started making FPL content? I think it's about 5 years ago. Because those are kind of, I think there's a few OGs in the chat probably. Hashem saying, hello, what to do with Gabriel? 2 free transfers. Hashem, I probably would just keep Gabriel. I think he's going to start this week. I think it's a fine move to just kind of start him this week and see what happens. Light Ray saying, give the stream a like before any more crashes. So let's just hope that the likes don't crash the stream, because then we might be in trouble. Ty the Footy Guy has been a member for a year and a half, so our 18th month anniversary. Thank you for becoming a member or renewing your membership. I do appreciate it, Ty the Footy Guy. Upton saying, I was there. Abhay saying, yes, sir. We have a few yearballs. Devon Little as well. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Joe saying, straight from Kenya. Thank you for the support. Thank you from another African country. Edison worth the extra money over Sanchez. Chris, I don't think so. I think that Edison's a fine move to bring in. I just like him as an option. The way I'm thinking about it is that I don't know if Johnston to Sanchez is worth the move, but I do think Edison is worth that if you want to do it. I just don't think the goalkeeper transfers are that much kind of a high ceiling. So I think I'm just going to stick with Johnston. I've stuck with him from game week 1. I might as well. The only situation I'm a bit worried with Johnston is a apparently Crystal Palace are looking at Dean Henderson, although that transfer seemed to have cooled down over the last couple of days. But if they were to sign Dean Henderson, I probably would sell Johnston, just because I don't like when my goalkeeper has competition. It's why I didn't go for a steal. I was a bit worried about him losing his place. So that's why I'm kind of just sticking on Johnston for now. But if there is potential rotation, that's a bit rough. I think I was your 300th sub. That is absolutely mental. Thank you, Abe. I do appreciate that. Pre-video content, I was there where it nearly came home, says Kieran. Those were the days. That's why my team name at the top there is it basically says it's coming home, because that was kind of my good luck charm almost. Regarding transfers this week, says Adam, have you thought about Johnston to Martinez move as your 10 out for? So just be careful of Martinez. Apparently he might be injured. Adam, that was the latest I saw on the Aston Villa manager's press conference. It was apparently that Martinez might have actually been injured. So just please keep your eyes on that one. But yeah, that's what I would say. Ty the Footy Guy saying Watkins and Eze to Jackson and Mbumo. I like those moves. I won't lie to you, Ty. I think they are worth it. As Chris Best saying, subscribe since the 22nd in the world finish. And then thank you for that. Salah and João Pedro to Foden and Jackson. Chris, you read my mind. I recommended that to a colleague today. I think those moves are definitely worth it. I would do them. Cash, not a question, just to say I appreciate the consistency. You are great at it. Thanks, Cash. I do appreciate that. I do work as well, so sometimes a bit of a stretch to make videos every night, but just the love and support is what makes it worth it. Jesus is back. That means after international break is a player that must think of to take him. Yes, if the Arsenal fixtures were slightly better, but I think there are other players with better fixtures, Optimus Prime. But yeah, I mean, a consideration definitely if he's going to hit some good form. Here from the season 1/2, Davey, would you keep Onana and Rashford then roll the transfer? No, I would keep Onana this week. That's a definite keep for me. And I probably would keep Rashford as well. Unfortunately, if you do have 2 free transfers, Patrick, it might make things a little bit hectic. And that's the thing this week. It's basically, I don't want to make a transfer, but I'm forced to make a transfer, so I might be stepping into a move that I don't want to make. But I think the Nicholas Jackson move for Watkins is fine. I mean, if you had to kind of predict who would score more points this week, I think it's close, and that's I'm willing to take that punt then. Watkins for Johnson Shirley. Watkins for Johnson Shirley. Okay, Benjamin, I don't exactly know what you're referring to there, but yeah, just let me know what you're thinking about in terms of if you're talking about an order of transfers, or you're talking about Johnston from Nottingham Forest in. I don't exactly know. Okay, but you've taken the comment away, so just let me know what you mean there. OG, says Marco, I missed the old logo. Davey, should I sell Salah or Rashford for Foden? I would sell Salah probably. I think you give Rashford one more week, but when you put it like that, it doesn't sound exactly right. In terms of those merit, I probably would say keep Salah, but I just feel like you want that money in the bank in the future game weeks, so that's why I would sell Salah. I think the days of captaining him are over, and I would probably get rid of him. Light Rays saying I was here when the channel started. I do remember you, Light Rays. Thank you for the support always. Jackson in, Visa out. No, keep Visa. I would only take Jackson in if you have like a João Pedro, or if you're considering a Watkins out, that sort of thing. But I wouldn't sell Visa. Would you sell Saliba for Udogie? No, I wouldn't, Cash. That's why I'm not doing it. The one thing I worry about Udogie is that I think there might be some rotation coming up for Spurs, because if you remember, there has been some rotation in other positions for them, and it doesn't seem like the Spurs manager's too kind of scared of doing rotation. So that's the only concern I have of him, and that's why I want to give myself one more week of information. I'm fine playing Saliba or Gabriel this week, because I think the chance of a clean sheet should be there, but it is how it is. Neil with the £2.50 super chat. Neil, I think I've just answered that question, brother, but thank you for the super chat. I would start Gabriel over Udogie. I think that Bournemouth might score in that game. I'm going for the Foden captain. It's sensible because you're getting the same fixture, but it's a little bit weird because what you're saying there is that you think Man City will do well. So theoretically, Haaland could still do well because Man City are doing well. But as long as you think that Foden outscores Haaland, then I mean, go for it. But you kind of get what I'm saying about if you're going to go differential, maybe go for a different fixture. It's just you're kind of banking on City to perform well, and chances are if City do well, then Haaland does well. So Jan Ray, thank you for the super chat. David Guardiola of Gabriel. Okay, so so who would you bench? I would definitely bench Gabriel. Guardiola for me, so the thing about those two players is the chance of a clean sheet is high for Man City, but will Guardiola come off the bench if he doesn't start? I don't know. I can go and check projected lineups for you, and I can see what people are saying about that move. So let me just go and check Man City projections. Okay, let's go. Okay, so Guardiola is like a little bit of a doubt in terms of the team selection, but he could still play. Let me just go and check other news. I mean, Guardiola's got an 83% projected. I think that he's fine. I would play him over someone like a Gabriel, to be honest. I think that Gabriel might have the highest ceiling, but I think that Guardiola is the higher floor, if you kind of get what I'm saying there. But I think if you have a Man City defender, you play them this week. The fixtures looks better on paper. Udogie for Saliba from -4. No, Cash, I wouldn't do it for free, so I wouldn't do it. Adam saying, I prefer your content over other well-known FPL tipsters on here. Why your members in the hundreds of the thousands, I have no idea. At least you have time to answer our questions. Adam, thank you for the kind words. You know, I mean, I think they're better content creators than I am personally, but if you think I'm good, then thank you for just sticking around with me. I do appreciate it. Missing the 0.1 for Jackson by selling Pedro. So sell Shaw to who do you recommend? So the thing about Shaw is that I don't know if the replacement for Shaw for me is Ruben Diaz, but they're the same price. So what I might recommend doing is going for Henry and then going João Pedro to Jackson. So then you're kind of getting in a fine replacement. I think Udogie's a fine move to do, but yeah, I don't know. So Tarang, I saw that Harry, yes, he posted probable lineups, but those are kind of predictions. They're not definites. So just keep your eyes on that one. Vincent, as an OG, surely you talk, says Vincent. I mean, Vincent, I know you an OG, brother, because of all your comments in the stream, but I don't exactly know what you're referring to there. Davey, are you doing 1 or 2 transfers, and who's your captain? My captain will be Erling Haaland, and my probable transfer this week is only 1 free transfer. I'm going to bank the other one, unless we get other early team sheet news, but it's probably going to be Watkins out for Jackson. Nicholas Jackson starts officially. Okay, thank you for that. Optimus Prime, let me go and check the team sheet news. So apparently Ben Chilwell starts and Nicholas Jackson starts. Pretend to be shocked. So I guess we can do that transfer then. We can actually do it quite early on, because that's the move that I was going to do. So Jackson starts and Chilwell starts. Thank you, Optimus Prime, for tagging me in that one, brother. I do always appreciate that. But yeah, so Lazy FPL, if you guys don't follow them, you guys can now. They've been pretty sensible on their early team sheet news, so I think that we can trust them. And they are saying that Nicholas Jackson and Chilwell starts, which is probably a prediction that we would want to go for. But it's nice to see that it is officially confirmed. So yes, once again, Ben Chilwell, and we have Nicholas Jackson starting. So if you guys haven't voted on the poll yet, we currently have a lead of 46% towards sell for Jackson and 36% saying Jackson. So what I'm going to comment here, I'm going to comment and I'm going to say Jackson and Chilwell start. And then I'm going to comment it and I'm going to pin it. Pin message. Okay, cool. So the message has been pinned. Oh my days, and just as I post that, we have 10 gifted memberships from GW3 on his nearly 2-year anniversary. He is sharing the love, and 10 memberships have been gifted. So we have Shihan, Vanna, Daniel, Holy Butter, Marco, Mark, Nuno, Los, and Ntato. Thank you for the gifted members. So let's get some hearts in chat for Dorichi. I'll give you some houses there as well, because that is absolutely sensational. Thank you for those gifted memberships. And if you guys want to give a thank you, you can give a thanks to Dorichi for that membership. So thank you, just bottom of my heart, thank you for supporting the channel. That will go a long way. I do always appreciate you guys supporting the channel as you do, and always the love is great. As Jace is saying, to make sense, keep up the good work. Thank you, I do appreciate it. So Legend Richie, 100%. So thank you for that one. I really do appreciate it. Will saying, how's it, bro? Currently on a plane. What transfers are you making in case? So Will, transfers is probably Nicholas Jackson and for Watkins, and he's confirmed to start. So I'm pretty confident that I'll be doing that move. While I would like to keep Ollie Watkins, I just feel like I would do this move anyways next week, and that's why it makes sense for me. So if just get off the Wi-Fi, don't spend those euros or those pounds on that expensive Wi-Fi. That's the move I'm probably gonna make. So yeah, I'm just seeing all these fresh red stars next to your guys' names. So you guys are first members. Absolutely great. Supporting Davey is a massive W. I mean, that's I couldn't have said it better myself. So thank you for that comment. Flame of Fire saying, hello Davey, Gabriel or Henry? I would play Gabriel. Vincent saying, one free transfer left, keeping Gabriel for one final chance. Also, if Johnston, should I roll or get? So I would just roll. I would roll the transfer then. Already done Watkins to Jackson. Would you do Pickford to Edison Sanchez or roll the? I would roll. Gary, this week's a nice week to kind of roll the transfer, and we can attack those nice fixture swings for potential teams next week. Captain Jackson over Haaland. No, I would still go with Erling Haaland. Christian saying, hey, how's it going, Christian? Jackson and Edison in this week with the 2 free transfers. I think just Jackson probably. And hey, Davey, who would you start, Madison or Jota? I would probably start Jota because I think he's definitely going to play versus Madison, who's a doubt holy butter. But yeah, I'm speechless. Pranjal, I didn't miss your super chat, brother. I'm just a bit delayed. Start Pedro, B start Gabriel, Pedro to Jackson from -4. I would start Pedro because I think that he should play. You always play the attacker, and Brighton are a great attack. Pranjal, thank you for the super chat, brother. Do appreciate it. Varner saying Davey Lekka Boka. Thank you, appreciate that. Do you think, Varner, what's your thoughts about the Rugby World Cup coming up? I'm a bit nervous. The team selection for it was a bit weird. Who's your captain this week? Ole, it's going to be Haaland. Is one transfer today? Mohammed, yes, I have to make a transfer this week because I have 2, so I have to lock in one. So any other team sheet news over on Twitter? I don't think so. You guys can always let me know if you do see anything. Yeah, I don't see any. It's just those 2, but I mean that's basically the news we needed. Unless it's like maybe a Gusto confirmation, but I think other than that, who do you guys really want to know? Gary saying legend Davey, no, you the legend, Gary. Connor, Ireland for the win. You know, I wouldn't mind if like an Ireland or a Scotland. Sorry, you England fans, but I don't know if I'd want England to win. But Ireland and Scotland, I don't mind. Even a Wales, I don't think Wales will win. But I wouldn't mind if an Ireland or Scotland won. I think France also up there with a potential chance. I mean, New Zealand always up there. But I'm not as confident as I always am with our rugby. I just don't know. But I'm not going to bore everyone about talking about rugby. But if there's a few rugby fans in here, we can talk about it. Kieran, YouTube member since March 13th. It's almost my birthday, Kieran. It's scary close. Of 2019. So you are strong, kind of 4 years. I mean, you've been here from the start, Kieran. Always do appreciate the support. Zwed, I mean, as you say, Rassi always has a plan. Natural inspiration with the 2 black flags. What does that mean? Hopefully the stream hasn't crashed. Foden in, Jota out, a good option. I like that, to be honest, Taha. I think I might actually do that move. What I would say is if there's any midfielder, I would almost say Matoma. If you have enough money for Matoma to Foden, I think I might do that. I just can't sensibly take out Mbumo, Saka, Martinelli, Bruno and Rashford. I could probably take out one of the United assets, but I just want to give them one more game week. But if you have any slither of a transfer out, I would do it for Foden this week. So as Connor's saying, are you confident holding Bruno? I don't exactly know. I'm willing to give him one more week. The stats for them have looked super strong. So I can show you guys this. If we go to Fix, and I can show you their Opta Stats sandbox. Yeah, Ty the footy guy, hopefully. Hopefully it comes home. I'll enjoy it. But I mean, we did get Japan, so I think we were lucky for that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I think you guys can see this. Let me just check. Let me go expected. So you just can see this. Okay, so let's unselect and let's go over the United assets. Let's go over the midfielders. Let's go Bruno, Rashford, just sort by them. You guys can see that it doesn't, let's go per 90 minutes, but let's just go total because they've both played a good amount of minutes. You can see that in terms of XG, Rashford was on 1.38. So that means that he's expected to have scored at least one goal over the opening 2 games. And Bruno's on 0.78, which is a good representation. Then in terms of the XA, you guys can just see XA. Bruno's on 1.34. So what that's telling you is that the assist that Bruno's meant to have had, Rashford's meant to have scored. So Rashford is the reason we're blaming the Bruno underperformance, because those 1.34 is basically the 1.38 that Rashford should have converted. So that's why we have been so close to greatness, because if Rashford just converted those chances, it would have been a Bruno assist, Rashford goal, which is all I wanted. And you guys can see that the XG of the team has been super high over these opening 2 games. So I'm not worried about United. It's just the fact that they aren't scoring chances. And you guys can't see this, but Bruno's expected to score 12 expected points, and Rashford also on 12 points. So if they had scored 6-6 over the opening 2 games, we wouldn't have been complaining. But once again, expected stats aren't real stats, as probably someone's saying in chat. But yeah, that's the thing about United, is they've been super underperforming. How's it, Davey? How's it, Dania? Hopefully I'm saying that right. We have another. So Daniel was asking the best Man City defender. 100% Ruben Diaz, I'd say. Natural Inspiration says it was meant to be Scotland flag, so I get that. Rakib is saying 3rd season watching you, thank you for that. And I can explain rugby to you, but it's sometimes a bit confusing. So Desh saying spending my Friday night with you again, Davey. I mean, it's becoming a tradition. Unfortunately, next week I can't do a stream, guys. So get your streaming content in you today, because unfortunately next week I can't do a stream. Derichi saying, non-FPL question, I see you watch cricket. Do you think Sachin is the GOAT? Sorry if this sounds rude, starting on sport and saw call him the GOAT. So in terms of Sachin Tendulkar, in terms of a batsman, I probably would say, like, who's the competition you would say for a GOAT debate? If you do support cricket, you can maybe comment who you'd say. But I think obviously he's up there. I'm trying to think about other batsmen to compare the GOAT debate in. I would probably say that you probably have to give it to him. I'm trying to think of other batsmen that I would put up there. But if you guys watch cricket, you can always put in a chat and I can say. Chat, what's Davies planning now? My plan this week is to bring Jackson in for Watkins. That's my plan this week. Please make your transfers before the site crashes. I will do that. We have 21 minutes to go, so I'll do them with about 50 minutes to go. Akshay saying Jacques Callis, maybe. I'd probably say that it's almost like one of those things of like a Roger Federer. Roger Federer's impact on tennis is like Tendulkar's impact on cricket. It's just great. Vanna, enjoy next week, my man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Madison or Mbumo/March. Zingy, what are you talking about a transfer in, or are you talking about like kind of a free at a wild card, that sort of thing? Because I wouldn't take Madison out for Matoma or March. But I would just probably keep Madison. Don Bradman, Steve Smith, Light Rays, I guess. I probably would still give it to Tendulkar over them. Gabriel and Shaw in defense, help. Gabriel's fine, rebuild FC, but Shaw's a bit of a worry. If you don't worry about the value, I would take Shaw to Ruben Diaz. I think that two Shaw owners have an excellent opportunity of getting a Man City defender in. It's almost an excuse. I would do that. Savros saying, hello Chom, keep up the good work. Hello Kazlaka, thanks Savros, do appreciate it. If you had to bench one, who would it be? Gusto, Saliba or Jota? It would be one of my defenders, and I would probably say Saliba, as I feel like Gusto has the highest ceiling. Mohammed saying Roger Federer or Novak. You guys might hate me, but I'm a Novak fan. I won't lie, but I love Federer as well. I love all of them. I just feel like Novak might be the GOAT. Let's just say that. Lloyd saying Brian Lara. I mean, he had his own video game, so maybe you have to give it to him. How about Foden and Sterling for Fernandes and Anderson? Foden and Sterling for Fernandes and Anderson. Are you playing Anderson, Sashi, at the moment? Because if you're not playing him, I would just keep Fernandes. But if you have to play Anderson this week, I would do those two moves. Would you do João Pedro to Visa or just roll? I might just roll Archie this week. Lightrace, oh no, days, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, it's a very split debate. Like, people who think Federer's the GOAT hate Novak, but I actually like both of them. Interesting, started watching this year, so can't say I know too much. Does this mean you'd have a batting GOAT and a bowling GOAT instead of a cricket GOAT? Yeah, I probably would have a difference. For me, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys watch baseball, but you have like a player that does both, but you usually have your batsman or your pitchers and your batsman, that sort of thing. So I think that there's too much of a difference in cricket to give like an overall GOAT, but you can say an all-rounder GOAT, whereas I think you have to give it to like a Jacques Cullis then. But I would probably say have like a bowler GOAT and a batsman GOAT than an all-rounder GOAT, because I think that your standard of an all-rounder in terms of batting and bowling then goes down because of them not being a specialist almost. Fernandez replacement. Gary, for me, if you don't have Foden, you get Foden. That's the number one replacement. Shane Warne, yeah, I used to be a leg spinner when I bowled at school, so I really, like, Shane Warne was my hero. By the way, Alvarez will break all the numbers. That is true, but I spoke about this in the comments on my last video. I think that Alvarez is more popular than Foden at the current moment because a lot of us want to make a forward transfer versus going for a midfielder transfer. And that's why I think that could be quite good. T-Man is saying, rude. I'm from Bangladesh. Skip is my all-rounder GOAT. I mean, you got to back your boys, you know. You got to go for your local. Greetings from Serbia. Thank you. Love your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you, Nico. I wasn't a leg spinner. I was a bench sitter, says Ty the Pretty Guy. That's a good one. I do appreciate that one. We got a question. 2 free transfers. Salah to Mbuma plus Pedro to Jackson. Yes, I would do that. I would do that move. I like those 2 moves. Are you worried about Fernandez will play more defensively after Fernandez? No. Actually, I think that with the Mount injury, he'll be pushed more forward. I think that he'll play the number 10 because now they'll go for a double pivot of Casemiro and Max Source. I'd say that that's probably going to be the formation they go for. Is Diaz going to play though? Daniel, I believe so. I think he's the most nailed kind of a centre-back or defender to go for, but there's always a slight chance of rotation there, and that's why you have to accept it. If you want to go for certainty, you go for like a Henry, that sort of thing, but if you want to go for kind of should start most games and that sort of thing, then I would go for Diaz. Mr. 360 AB de Villiers. I mean, AB, the love for AB around the world is always good. You meant Alcaraz tennis, Mohammed. I think he's just insane for such a youngster. So sorry about that one. I thought you were talking about Alvarez. I've got FPL on the mind. Hey from Romania says Gregory. And we also have Igor from Serbia. So a lot of people from Serbia. One more shout out. Nenad. So am I popular in Serbia for some reason? Maybe. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Would love to have seen Davey play cricket. No, I don't think you would have loved. I wasn't that good. Cullis is the GOAT. Not even close than Dravid. I mean, Milk. Maybe you're talking some sense there. Second trans on Gabriel for Saliba or Bankit. No, Roberto Bankit, please. That's too sideways for me. And just think about those fixtures coming up for Arsenal are a bit too rough. I think that they have some hard fixtures coming up. I wouldn't do that sideways move, so just bank it. Wayne saying hello from New Zealand. Thank you. I've got family in New Zealand. And Wayne, a lot of South Africans moved to New Zealand as well, so you probably know a few. Watkins to Alcaraz, says Sergi. I mean, maybe. I feel like if Salah didn't go to, he'll do... I mean, maybe. I don't think he'll go to Saudi Arabia personally. I think that he's going to stick, but I can understand if he wants to go. Saliba, Walker, Istu, Mitoma, and Boomer. I must bench one. You bench Saliba then, Ty the Footy Guy, because all the other players are either attackers or have higher ceilings. What you might hope for is that Walker gets benched and then maybe Saliba comes on, but I would say that. Hi Davey, how about Desasi transfer for sure? Winston, that's a fine move. I just don't know about that. You might have missed this, and I missed it, but is it worth moving Gabriel to Salina now? You probably, Connor, you talk about Saliba. No, it's just better holding off, Connor. If you're gonna make the move, it's not for Saliba. It would be for another asset. I have Chilwell already, says Winston. Okay, so Winston, so you already have Chilwell. Do you have Diaz in your team? I would maybe go for Diaz then. When are you locking? Okay, I'll lock in now. Let me check Twitter for the final time. 42 posts. Sterling starts, says the lazy FPL, if you guys want to go for Sterling. So Sterling, Jackson, and Chilwell start. So I do think we will do that move then. Okay, so I think that we can lock in this move then. Let me just give a final check of the old news. Okay, let me just... Okay, so I've just had to mute Twitter there because videos were playing. But yeah, so I think we can do this move then. I really don't want to sell Watkins for Jackson just yet. Watkins is actually doing better for now. What Jackson is going to be the new Nunes. That might be true, I guess. You're probably talking about the like underperformance or underperformance of XG. I just believe if you're not going to take a bet on him for these fixtures, then like when are you going to take a bet on him, you know? The only thing that's a bit like disheartening is like how far down you have to go to bring him into your team. Because like that's like the most disheartening thing, because he's got 2 points in the opening 2 game weeks. So Onana or Sanchez for the go for Onana. I mean, you don't get safer than Onana because of how why you're not moving proactively on both Foden and Jackson. I just like the midfield department too much. My midfield is too set for me, to be honest. That's what I would say. Okay, let's do this move then with 10 minutes to go. It's going to be Watkins out for Nicholas Jackson. We're going to confirm this transfer. I know there's going to be those of you in chat that are asking me, what am I doing? But this is what we're going to be doing. So if you guys want to lock in that move, you have 10 minutes to go. I'm just going to post this for the good old Legend members. But don't worry, I'll be doing a quick fire round once after I post this to get those questions in. Laser saying Matoma to Foden or Pedro to Alvarez. That's a tough one. I would probably say Pedro to Alvarez, just because I like Matoma more than Pedro, but I think I like Foden more than Alvarez. So that's where I'm having a bit of a dilemma. Would I do Matoma? Who's your third Laser? Who's your third forward? Because if you can just bench Pedro every once in a while, then I might just do the other move. Who to bench? Gabriel or Henry? I would bench Henry rather. It's close though. It's close between those. Okay, so that's posted to the Legend members on Discord. Now, it's YouTube. Is Diaz going to play? Only one free transfer, David? Yes, only one free transfer. I had 2, though, but I've only used 1. Awesome work. Hope you all have a good... Thank you, Akash. I do appreciate it. After the Watkins Hattie, Sadesh, I mean, I'll be crying then. If Ollie Watkins scores a Hattie, then we will be a little bit sad. But, I mean, I can't say that I wasn't warned. Because, I mean, I think that Ollie Watkins is a fine option this week. But maybe if Jackson outperforms over the next 3, then I'll be happy. This is just the move that I think I was going to do next week anyways. So I'm bringing it 1 week forward. And then I can use those 2 free transfers next week on more proactive moves. That's what I'll say. So I've just actually posted it for the entirety of my YouTube channel. So let me just... post it again for the Legend members. Okay, so let's get into that quickfire round. I'm going to start off. Third forward is Archer, Laser. So then I think I would do the Pedro move then and just keep Matoma. Okay. Watkins hat-trick confirmed, says Holy Butter. Holy Butter, you can't do this to me. You've just become a member, and now you're tuning my transfers. But no, 100%. If you want to keep Watkins, that's 100% fine. Nikhil, I have Shaw, but zero in the bank and don't own Chilwell. Whom should I go for? Is Gusto a good option? Gusto's a fine option, but Nikhil, I might just go for Diaz, because I think you have enough money for him. Eze or Madison, whom to pick for Sterling? Eze out for Sterling, Winston. I'm sticking with Watkins. Says Adam, for one more week. Don't kick yourself when he bags a Hattie, Davey. Good luck this weekend for the epic info as always. Thank you, Adam. I do appreciate it. As I said, I can't even say that people didn't tell me so, or I didn't tell myself so. I just feel like Nicholas Jackson over the next few, I feel like he's a good asset. So that's what I'm going from. And I think if I only had one free transfer, I would have kept Watkins this week. But because I have two, I have to make a move. So it is what it is. According to your stream, we're going to bring in Edison instead of roll over, according to your stream. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about there exactly, Kieran. Are you just talking about the chat, maybe? Jackson will outscore Watkins, no worries, says Rafa and Reza. Thank you for the confirmation. I've answered that question to kill. Gid is saying, if you took a risk, would you captain Alvarez, Saka, Martelli, and Boomer, Rashford, Matoma, Watkins, or Chilwell? I would captain Chilwell, but I don't think I would take the risk. Downgrade one of your players. Okay, wait, I just missed that. Sorry. Downgrade one of your players. Okay, downgrade one of your players for someone 0.2 less. And Archer to Alvarez. Joel, I don't know. If you're talking about who would I downgrade, I probably would take Saliba out for Udogi or Henry. That's the only downgrade I would do. Dark Lord saying, Davey and Andy, Let's Talk FPL, do you guys work together, same team, and brought Jackson at the same time? Andy copies me. Let's just say that. That'll make me look better. But no, we don't work together. But I think we might just have similar mindsets in terms of the opening couple game weeks. But I mean, hopefully if he does well, I do well as well, I guess. But then people will probably watch him instead. So maybe I should go a little bit differential. Hibs are terrible. Cammy, yeah, but I mean, that's your home team. Hey, you said Cammy. Watkins always going to bang out. He says, I told you, don't look too much into it. So yeah, you were kind of confirmation about why I might not be going or keeping Watkins, as you said that they're absolutely terrible. So thanks for that one, Cammy. And I guess sorry your home team lost or got thrashed, but I mean, as you said, you go watch Prem more often. Good luck. Thanks, Will. Thanks, you too, brother. How much in the bank? Is bench priority confirmed? Yes, I would say bench priority is confirmed, and I have 90. I have 99 in the 99 million in the squad, and I have 1.9 in the bank. So because of the Nicholas Jackson price rise, I'm unfortunately have 1.9 instead of 2. I already have Edison. I need a Shaw replacement, but 0.0 in the bank. Then you can just go Gusto if you want to, Nikhil. Otherwise, I would probably say you can go Henry. Or you can go Udogi. Harry Pratt saying, how's it if you're hiding in the bathroom at work to catch the end of the stream? Any moves confirmed? Harry, yes. Nicholas Jackson in for Watkins. And I'm going to phone your boss right now to tell him that you are in the bathroom at work. But yeah, the only move I'm going to do this week is Jackson in for Watkins. So go back to work, Harry. Thanks for the support. Saliba for Gabriel, not. No, Hashem, please don't do that move. It's too sideways for me. And Mad Reza, don't do that. If you're going to take Gabriel out, it would be for Diaz. I would just play Gabriel this week, though. Davey, going to be in the number one next season or come top 5 in a row without winning it all? Drucci, I mean, maybe. Thanks again for the 10 gifted. I mean, you're still in the top of the stream because that's how insane that membership donation was. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Richie. Pedro to Jackson or roll, would you do it next week? Yeah, I would do Pedro to Jackson. It's the same. I would do Pedro to Jackson rather than Watkins to Jackson. So because I've done Watkins already, I would do that move. Watkins to Jackson. Thanks, Zingy, for reminding Harry about that one. Raptor also going Jackson. You see, they're all copying me. What are with these bigger YouTube content creators? They're all copying me. I swear, they got the stream on the side. No, it's just because he's the best option. It's pretty popular. Thanks, Harry. Good luck for the rest of the work day, brother. Hopefully you have a good kind of Friday. Would you take Watkins Jackson from -4? No. Kid, I wouldn't do it from -4. Only because it's for free. I wouldn't even do it if you had one free transfer. The only reason I would do it is if you have 2 free transfers and you don't have any other flyers to put out. That's the only reason I would do it. No more FOMO. Bring in Edison or roll the transfer. Roll the transfer, Kieran. Thank you, Davey. Good luck. Thanks, Marco. And congrats on the membership. green arrows. Shehan, let's talk it into existence. It's going to be green arrows this week. Akanji or Guardiola. Apparently, Guardiola slightly more nailed because he plays the left-hand side, whereas Akanji has more competition for the right-hand side. So 4 minutes left, actually 3 minutes left, as Dark Lord is saying. Would you lose your last free transfer? No, I'm not going to use my last free transfer. So if you guys have to drop off, so be it. But get your comments in, and I'll do a quick fire round for all of you guys. I'm just going to give you guys a second to get your questions in. Davey, one last refresh. Okay, I'll give you one last refresh, and I'll take one last sip of water as I refresh the stream. And please get your questions in for the quick fire round. I'll be copying it all. Let me actually check Twitter for the final confirmation of early team news, yeah? Okay, so... Okay, there's been nothing else, so I'm just gonna confirm. Okay, so with 2 minutes to go, we're gonna go for some absolute madness here. Okay, Onana to Edison or Bruno to Rashford to Foden. I wouldn't do either of those. I would just keep who you have, Adne. Let's go 17-pointer Jackson. Hopefully, Ruff and Reza. They're copying the GOAT. Davey says, Light Race, thank you. No worries, Gid. Thanks for the support. Jackson and Pedro out from -4. No, I probably would just play with what you have, Igor. Thanks, Dave. I'm going to have a Steri Stumpy after Tony. I'm craving one at the moment. Parked on the motor. Hard narrow. One free transfer. Should I do Watkins to Jackson? No cash. I would keep Watkins for this week. Who's your vice captain going to be? It's going to be Saka, Visa or Gabriel. Visa, definitely. Walker, is he good? He's fine, but he might be rotated. Diaz is a lot more nailed. Bench out Pedro or Pedro Porro. I would play the attacker, play João Pedro. If your first transfer was going to be to move Pedro, then would you? No, I wouldn't do it if my second transfer shot. Next week, tentative transfer plans. It's probably going to be to look at taking one of Bruno, Rashford, Martinelli, Saka out, and then doing probably a defender transfer. What's your plan going to be next week? Adam, it's just as I said. Would you sell Gabriel with no money in the bank? Yeah, that's fine, Harry. You can do that. I would probably do a Dogi or I would do Henry. Next week, I already have Edison. So next week, as I've said, it's one of the midfielders out in the defender transfer. Start Gabriel or Gusto. I would start Gusto. I'm looking forward to Anje Ball. What's with the Aussies? They bring such a differential approach to life. 100%. Let's go, Davey, says Giovanni. Thank you, Giovanni, for that. Captain Saka Haaland. I have 2 free transfers. Adne. Then I would do Bruno Rashford to Foden. Probably Bruno out. Would you bench Watkins or Matoma? I would bench Matoma. Good luck, this David Chess from Norway. Thank you, Christian. Be stream sniping, he says Dark Lord. I might be. Gabriel, Visa, I said Visa, Pedro or Madison. I'd go for Pedro. I just worry about Madison coming off as a sub. Love you, brother, says Giovanni. Thank you, Giovanni, for the kind words. Madison or Walker. I would play... I'd play Madison. Walker's like a 6-pointer ceiling. Keep Salah still. I'd probably take him out with 2 free transfers. Time's up, says Holy Butter. Already late, says Sonny. Too late, the deadline is hit. The deadline is hit, but we still have those 10 gifted. Once again, thank you to Richie for the kind words. If you guys have any questions, I'll stay on for like maybe 5 more minutes. If you want to ask me anything, we'll do like an ask me anything afterwards. But if you have to drop off, I understand. It's a Friday night. You got to get your party on. So just be safe. Don't do anything I won't do. And as always, hopefully the green arrows are in your favor if you have to drop off now. But if you have any other questions, you guys can always drop them. I'll do a final kind of refresh of Twitter to see if there's been any kind of late team sheet news. But it doesn't really look like there has been anything. Just a lot of people bringing Nicholas Jackson into their teams, which, I mean, I can kind of understand. We have Nathan Bacon on a wild card, which is absolutely insane. Hopefully he gets #1 in the world. But other than that, it looks like we have had no other early team sheet news. But all the main ones have been confirmed. So Novak Goat says Marco. Yeah, I've already said I think that he is. But everyone's just saying good luck. Chilwell triple captain. Maybe not this week. Maybe in the future. Maybe if there's a double game week or something like that. Eze or Henry. I would always play the attacker. I would play Eze. Jackson double rise. Potentially. I can actually go check for you. Let's see if we're going to have some early team sheet or some early rises this week. I can check for Jackson. He rose on price last night. So, no, he's on not enough. We have some Okay, so the players rising in price tonight are probably going to be a Stupinan, Visa, Chilwell, Mbumo, Gusto, Romero for some reason, Edison, and Saka's going to come close. So Edison might rise in price. You know what? I'm going to wait with Jackson. I might decide against it and get Jesus when that's 100% fine. I think it's perfectly fine staying with Ollie Watkins this week. But with saying that, guys, I think I'm going to be ending the stream. So thank you for all your support. I mean, we've had some massive support this week. I do always appreciate it. And thank you for pitching up on a Friday. Hopefully I made your Friday slightly better. I know that you guys have made my Friday a lot better. But I'm going to be signing off. Hopefully the green arrows are in your favor. And I'll see you guys for all that game week for goodness next week. I'm going to be signing off. This has been Davey FPL. And I'm out. Cheers. Bye.